So it's been 10 days since my last chemo treatment. My second round of chemo was June 18th, and today is June 28th. And it is the first day that I'm able to make a follow-up video. And the reason why is because this entire time I have been sick. Unlike my last chemo treatment, when I went in on Wednesday, I was feeling somewhat back to myself by Sunday, and by Monday I was able to function. However, this round, I had it June 18th, and like I say, today is June 28th, and it's 10 days that I've been in the bed and kind of not feeling myself. Not kind of, I just have not been feeling myself. There's been a couple of things that I've had to deal with this round of chemo that I did not expect to happen so soon, and some things that I did not expect to happen at all. So I think that's kind of what contributed to this round of chemo being a lot more difficult than my first round. Chemo is unpredictable. I am really finding that out here, and I hope that round 3 and round 4 are not going to be as bad as round 2. This right now, today, this is my worst one. I've only had 2, but it's still the worst, and I hope it does not get worse than what I just went through. One of the main things that I've had to deal with so far that I did not think that I would have to deal with so soon is losing my hair. I started losing hair before I went to my second round, but it wasn't on top of my head, it was elsewhere, and I thought it was just normal shedding. But it really hit me that I was losing my hair the day after chemo is when I came outside to get some fresh air, and I went to scratch my head and hair came out. And I was like, okay, wow, my hair is starting to fall out. And that was a surreal moment, and I think that's when it really hit me. And there were like a lot of different emotions that came forth from that. So, and of course I'm going to share those. But like I said, I'm losing my hair. See, it's coming up. I can pull it straight out. That's why I'm wearing hats now. Because if I take off my hat, you can see I'm balding all right here. Right here. And no matter where I pull my hair out at, you can see it just comes straight out of my head. Like, my hair is coming out. But you know, it is what it is. I dealt with that. I know my oncologist did warn me, but there's nothing like, you know, you being able to pull your hair out and realize that you're going to be bald in a minute. It really was a surreal moment for me, and I think that's when the emotions set in. I thought I had a couple more weeks. Last week I did cut my hair because, you know, with having surgery, my arm is still healing, and I really can't hold it up for long periods of time. And me having natural hair, it was a bit more difficult for me to maintain my hair than anything. Like as I scratch it, oh gosh, I'm scratching my hair, it's so bad, and I can pull out all the hair in the back of my head. So I did cut it because of that, and I thought I would have a couple weeks, and actually I only had a few days. So I've accepted it. I thought I accepted it before. I really did not, but I've accepted it now. Another thing that I've had to deal with this round of post-chemo is my food aversion. I know first round, you know, I was nauseous and, you know, I couldn't eat. But that was only because, you know, I had like stomach problems and digestive problems. But this round, I didn't want to smell it. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to taste it. I didn't even want to think about it. Even the thought of food, it created a bad day. You know, smelling food was bad, just the whole 9 yards. Even eating some of the foods, and I thought it was weird. My first round I wasn't sure, but now I know that it is something that happens, because the same thing that happened my second round is that some of the foods that I eat really aggravate my mouth. Like it makes my mouth burn. So there are certain things that I cannot eat during chemo that as I'm getting better that I can eat afterwards, such as strawberries. You know, I stocked up on a lot of fruits and vegetables that I had the first round. Like the first round I ate strawberries, but this round I couldn't do it because my mouth was hurting even more. So I did eat a lot of blueberries and bananas when I couldn't eat anything else. One, because it was soft, and two, because it was so mild, it didn't bother my stomach. Any and everything that I tried to eat, you know, it made my stomach feel even worse. So and not only dealing with that, with the food and my hair, is like I was so emotionally drained and over chemo. I couldn't take it anymore. I became angry, and angry because, you know, it's taken away the time away from my kids, my family, doing things that I love. It's taken away from my time. And so I went through an angry phase during my chemo where I was like, this is ridiculous. One day, I just rolled out of bed because I was just tired of laying in the bed. And I rolled out of bed onto the floor, and I was laying over my bucket because I was so nauseous. And my mom came in to check on me, and I was laying there crying, and I told my mom, I said, I don't know if I can continue to do this. It's too much on my body. Chemo is a lot of, I just can't put it in correct word. It's a tired like you've never known, a weakness like you've never known, an ache like you've never known, a hurt like you've never known. But I have to keep reminding myself, even through it, you have to remind yourself that there is a light at the end of the tunnel and you can get through this. And during those times, I had to remind myself that I can get through this. I can make it through this. This is only but for a moment, and everything will be okay. Like, I'm finally out of the bed, out and about, you know, hanging with my kids. You know, I've been able to drive them places and, you know, run errands without having to come home and take a nap for the rest of the day. So that's a good thing. And I was really hoping that I would have some days to myself before my third round. After today, I have 3 more days of, you know, getting things done before I have my third round of chemo. And I'm not looking forward to it, but I'm going to work these next couple of days to mentally prepare my mind for it. That's all I can do. And although this is my second round of chemo, I can just say so far it is very unpredictable. Who knows what I'll face my third round, if it will take twice as long for me to recover, or if I'll recover right away. I don't know. I'm just going to go into this round of chemo with an open mind. I have gained 6 pounds. I don't know if I said that in my last video. I gained 6 pounds. And it's not because I'm eating, it's because of the steroids. So we'll see when I go back in this Wednesday if I still have on the 6 pounds. I think this morning and the day before yesterday was the first time I ate a full, complete meal. So I am getting better. But my doctor, my oncologist, did say my first rounds where I'm taking the AC chemo is going to be more difficult than my Taxol. So I am really hoping that once I start Taxol, I won't have to deal with as much as I have been. But some things that I have been doing to kind of help me and put some nutrition back in my body is drinking my alkaline water. And I'm looking down, I made a list this time. I always keep forgetting, but I'm making a list. It's my alkaline water. I've been drinking it every day for the last couple of days. Doing wheatgrass shots, power shots. I can do straight wheatgrass shots by themselves, but with me having such a gag reflex with some of the foods that I'm eating, I decided to do a power shot, is where they add the ginger and the lemon, but the ginger is good because it helps with my nausea. My husband's been juicing a lot of stuff for me that has ginger in it: carrots, apples, kale, spinach, pineapple, all kinds of stuff. I've been juicing and eating. Not really eating, but juicing, because that's really the only thing that I've been able to kind of tolerate since I can't really eat that much. And I'm going to tell you something else, which is kind of personal, that I did not expect, but the reason why I'm making these videos are a personal diary to myself, and also if someone just so happens to watch them, so they'll know, is is one of the things before I started chemo, I was told that I would not start a cycle. However, this round, I started my cycle, which has not been fun because um, I ended up, talking to one of my doctors, my gynecologist, and they're all in the same office. And the reason why I ended up talking to them at the time is because I had a urine biopsy done right before I started chemo because I have some fibroid tumors, so they wanted to make sure those weren't cancerous and everything before I started chemo. Well, one of the things I was told is because the chemo is going to stop my cycle, but I am one of the ones where it has not. And I did go online to see if it happens, if it happened to other women. It has. I think I am on like day 10 or 11. Yes. So with talking to my gynecologist, what they're going to try to do is figure out a way to get me to stop having my cycle, to make sure that it doesn't come again next month. And it's some reasons why. She was explaining it to me, but I was so out of it. I heard part of what she said, and so when I go back in to see my oncologist this Wednesday, of course I'm gonna follow up with her and let her know and see what they recommend, and of course follow up with you guys just in case you want to know how that turns out. So I just wanted to give a quick update, just how I'm doing, what I'm dealing with. Waiting for this to be over with already, but it is what it is, and I am determined to get through this. So the next time you guys see me, I will have no hair on my head, but people tell me I got a face that works with bald head, whatever. I don't know. We'll see in a minute. So I hope you guys are doing well. And I guess I'll talk to you soon. Okay.